So basically, the event started out shitty, like really, really bad. People hated it. People complained. The devs immediately responded, and then in a small way, and then responded in a much more measured way after they had some time and the holiday was over. So props to them. And I mean, we're gonna have to see exactly how stuff goes. I think that one of the problems is that the developers seem to not have a real understanding as to like what it looks like at the ground level here. Like I feel like what the devs had before with putting like say Geist stones in the like total gold buy, where if you bought 600,000 gold, 60,000 gold. Yeah, if you bought 60,000 gold, then or 90,000. If you bought 90,000 gold, you get a Geist stone or a Spirit stone. But then they took away our capability to do that, and by taking away our capability to get credit for buying other people gold, and this is an issue. And I think that what happened is the developers saw that they saw that their revenue was going down because people, by and large, were pissed about this, and they weren't really interfacing. I think with the Christmas, I don't think many people were spending nearly as much as they did previously. I don't think the developers calculated that. I think they took a look at this Guild Gold buy as lost revenue, because people were buying Guildmates gold to get credit for 70,000 gold instead of spending $100 and getting credit for 15,000 gold. The issue is, though, the people who bought, by and large, the people who bought their Guildmates the gold in order to get these Geist stones and other rewards, they weren't going to spend the actual value that Seven Pirates valued it at. So, to get that Spirit Stone, these people were willing to spend $200, but they weren't going to spend the $600 that Seven Pirates wanted. So they had actually tapped into a market that I don't think they realized they tapped into. They tapped into a market of people who were not going to spend otherwise, like this medium to low end spender, who are willing to break out the credit card for really great stuff, but at a decent value. I think that Seven Pirates looked at that and said, all of these people will spend the actual price if they don't get credit for the guild gold. So I think that sometimes the developers don't really have such a view as to what it's like on the ground. So, in light of that, I reached out to the developers, and it was at a time when a lot of people were very, very angry, and I saw that there was kind of this. It would be great if the developers didn't have to make a shitty event in order for us to speak up, for them to be able to listen to us. There's no communication. There's no proactive communication. They don't talk to us about what kind of content we would like, by and large. I think they did it once before the World event came out. They asked us, they gave us a survey, and that was great. So I brought this up to the developers. Here, look, I had an interesting interaction with them, and I wanted to share that with you. And well, whatever. Let's just look at it. Okay. Whatever. I'll read a quick. It's a bunch of complaints. What do you guys think it's gonna be? It's a bunch of complaints. So to the Seven Pirates development staff, based on multiple events, including but not limited to the development and introduction of overpowered. Look, whatever. All this stuff. I'm not gonna read this to you. These are the issues that we have in this game. So, based on all of this, and the way that they overcharge players, I said it's quite clear to the Ark of War player community that Seven Pirates has not been interested in being a partner with its customer base seeking short-term fleecing rather than cultivating a vibrant experience in partnership with them. The cardinal sin of Seven Pirates is in failing to make use of its greatest asset, the vibrant player community and their wealth of experience. I have played this game for almost 3 years. I love this game, or rather I did. That is changing rapidly for us in the community. It is sad. I offer you a way back to redeem this game and a chance to make it better than it ever was. Set up an advisory panel with players. Select guild leaders, community leaders, and players. Use this panel to discuss major proposed changes to the game. Blah, 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 blah. Before you sink in the man hours and funding into development, prevent false starts and major backlash like you are experiencing now. Take this Christmas debacle as a clue. Seven Pirates is horribly out of touch with its own player base. You need a way to remedy that, and we need for you to stop ruining our game. Thank you for your Mike John Hancock, whatever. So they said thank you for your feedback and suggestions. We will pass on our devs. They will consider seriously. If you have any other suggestions, please share with us. We will do better. Merry Christmas. And at this point, so many people were complaining to them. So like they were just telling everyone, look, we know we screwed up and we got to do better. So I said it would have been nice to get something other than a form letter response. I find it very blah blah. The Lorenzo So Sue gives me the form letter response. Lorenzo then comes in, because I guess I'm hassling Sue too much. Our dev need time to consider your feedback. Hope you could understand. Thanks. Forget Lorenzo. So I said, Lorenzo, what happened to Sue? It was Sue talking to me. Now it's Lorenzo. Like they're trading off every friggin' day. I don't appreciate that. Sue is. Then Emily said, Sue is fine. Do you have any message for her? And naturally, I asked Emily, what happened to Lorenzo? Lorenzo is fine. It's Christmas Day now. Asriel, Lorenzo is fine. It's Christmas Day now, so it's a great time to have a relax. Merry Christmas. I told them I'm Jewish. And they said sorry. Wish you happy every day. So they don't know what Hanukkah is. Alright. Technical difficulties. We had a crash, but I think we're back. So that was that was my interaction with the developers. I don't think anything is going to change. I really don't. I think that they slapped a Band-Aid on this one, but we're going to have to see, number one, what are the changes that are going to come 12/30, right? That's the thing that really matters. What is going to come when we have this new wave of events? What is going to drop? That's what I want to know. And then of course the real test here of whether or not they listen to us is going to come on Chinese New Year, which is in February. Or at least it wasn't. I don't know if it lands the same every year. I'm sorry, but it was in February last year, and that's also like an all-out event, and they did like holiday store and stuff like that. So, and there better be Crimson Dragons. I don't know why there aren't any friggin' snowmen right now. I'm kind of bummed out about that because snowmen give pure crystals. So, at any rate, when it comes to the Chinese New Year event, that is going to be a big deal. We're going to have to see what the developers do there and whether or not they took all of this like whole debacle to heart.